Thank you. Next up, we have George Chris Michas. Come on up.
Mike. I like reading poetry and I like writing it. Not very good at it, but maybe I am good, I don't know. I call this one Suffering Succotash. Suffering Succotash is a fruit that grows in the Arizona desert just east of Barstow on Route 66. Its sister is the stash of loot found in Cache Creek in British Columbia, Canada. They have another relative, relatively far away in Siberia, where you're forced to stay if they catch you with a stash of illegitimate game. The frozen north of Siberia is the second cousin of the high plateau in Tibet, where gambling and betting are very much allowed. But if you cheat, you are moved to Siberia, where you live out your days breaking rocks with sledgehammers of that illegitimate game. It's not much better than the Sahara, where there is little water to be found, just as in Siberia, where it is either solid ice or permafrost. If you think you're special, you probably are. But don't let the authorities hear you say that, because they'll either appoint you president of the country or resident in the local asylum until you get over it. Have you ever noticed how presidents seem to age after a very short time, if they're any good presidents at all? For the poor presidents take everything for themselves in a small selection of cohorts, such as doctors and soldiers, to maintain their state of health. No one wants to live in Siberia, perhaps not even those living there, but I would not bet on it, since they defend their way of life, their languages and cultures as worthwhile. In Canada, north of Cache Creek, there is a taiga and a tundra of forest and permafrost, just like there is in Siberia. So, seriously now, outside of the stars in the sky, such as Sirius, Rigel, and Aldebaran, and the fish and the amorphous beings that live in the ocean to the bottom, that live in the ocean to the bottom of the sea, or underneath Antarctica, where the bugs and bacteria thrive even so. If there is life here on Earth, how can we say there is no life elsewhere? We wonder why we have not detected it, or they contacted us and asked to be taken to our leader, the President. Perhaps in 30 years, after logarithmic and exponential growth in the knowledge of us, we small human beings, we will change ourselves into energy and instantaneously, spontaneously reach to the extremities of the universe. For what is dark matter and dark energy? We have to figure that out yet. Maybe it's light in this next transcendence, and it's growing all the time as the more and more life of our universe transcends. And then what do? We know there is dark energy, but don't we know? We only surmise that there is dark energy and matter because their existence is implied by the way regular matter and energy interact in space, the universe, outer space. Who knows what there is besides that dark stuff? Maybe like Suffering Succotash, it all starts so small and goes in a circle right back to the beginning, where God made Adam and Eden and all life. WTF ?